I just bought above this bull bar. It's a double bottom bull flag, two legs down, and we tested the high of this trading range at the end of the day. I thought that was a reasonable target because we had a sell climax yesterday. So today's probably going to be a trading range, which means we should fall below support. And I thought this was a support level that it should test. And so we bounced off that with a double bottom bull flag, good signal bar. So I thought it was reasonable to buy above that. Looking for 40 cents for a scalping because I think it's a minor reversal. So for an actual meaningful swing up, I think we probably need a double bottom. Let me put my stop in. So yeah, so scalping for 40 cents here because I think it's minor. If it breaks out strongly, then I'll buy higher. The reason I chose 40 cents is because I thought it would close the gap with this low and get back up and test that resistance. So I chose 40 cents because it's underneath that point, but it might be a 20 or 30 cent scalp day, so I might change it, but I think on this bar, I'm hoping it gets there. If it doesn't get there on that bar, on this bar, I might just exit on the close of the bar. Okay, so I'm just gonna exit on the close of this bar, wherever it closes. So it looks like we pulled back on that third bar, but then there were buyers below, and we ended up getting up to that low. I think I'm okay with this, with being aggressive when the analysis is that it's probably a minor reversal. So made 220, 22 cents on 10 shares. I bought above this bar. Surprise breakout, possible climax, and looks like it's a failed breakout. But at the time, I thought it was big enough that it's probably going to get follow through. So that was my initial thought. I thought it was a reasonable buy for a second leg up or continuation. But this sell-off now is making me think that it's more likely a failed breakout. So if it closes on its low, I'll exit below it. And I'll consider exiting break even or scalping out if it gets back up there because I didn't want to see a sell-off this strong. Like a lot of times a bigger bar like this can be a climax and a failed breakout after a break above the high. But this one was so big that I thought that was less likely. I don't know. I don't know what to do there. I'll definitely try to get out at the high close, but I don't know if I should exit below that bar. I ended up just exiting with a 30-cent loss. So instead of waiting for it to get to the high close, I just exited there. I think I lost $3 on it. Yeah. That was tough. I didn't know exactly how to manage that. There was something about the size of the bar and the tail on the bottom that made it difficult because if it was just a small bear bar, I can exit below. That is straightforward. If it was a big bear bar closing on its low, I can exit below it. But the tail on the bottom and the size of the bar made me feel uncertain about what I should be doing here. I think it's still a big enough breakout that I don't know if I had to exit there, but if I got stopped out down here, that's not a loss I want to take. So I was thinking maybe I should just exit, even though there's a tail on the bottom, even though it might bounce. Maybe just exit here with like an $8 or $9 loss, and live with it if it bounces from there. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad trade. I think it was an okay read. I don't think it was a wrong read. I just think I was really struggling with the management and trying to make decisions on the spot. And it looks like it would have gotten up to the high close and allowed me to get out pretty much break even. But after this big bear bar, I just didn't know what to expect. And I kind of messed up. I lost my bearings a little bit about how to approach it. I put a stop order there, but I just, what I meant to do was buy the close. I had a stop order above this bar, and when it had a tail on top, I decided to just buy the close instead. So I just moved my stop order down to the close of this bar, and just got filled. My target's here because it's a measured move from this low to this high, and it's also a measured, it's a little bit below that measured move, and it's a little bit below the measured move from this low to this high. So we had one pullback two, and then we had a double top bear flag and broke above it. And that's why I bought that close, because it was a breakout and follow through above a double top bear flag. So I thought we'd go out for a measured move from that. We also had targets above from this measured move, and I thought we'd get continuation from this surprise bar. So I thought it was a reasonable target to aim for. I think this qualifies as a second leg up from the surprise. So if we get a bear bar closing on its low, I'll exit below it. Or yeah, probably has to close on its low for me to exit below it. Otherwise, I'll exit at my target, which is just under those measured move targets I mentioned. Oh, my order wasn't transmitted. Oh shit. I was wondering why it hit my order and didn't fill me. Okay, so got out there. So I'm happy that I was able to get back in there at a similar price to where I entered my first trade. I saw it as a bull flag, 2 legs down, and then it formed a double top bear flag, and then we got a breakout and follow through above the double top bear flag. So because we kept the gap open and we got the follow through bar, I just bought the close there with the stop order. And we ended up reaching those targets. So I ended up making about 650 or a little bit more, but because I lost money on this initial part of the trade, I ended up at 558 for the day. But so I'm grateful that I was able to find a setup to allow me to get back in, but I just still feel a little bit too frantic during these setups. And like consistently with these breakout bars, these surprise breakouts, after a breakout from a bull flag, the breakout from a bull flag, we rally and then we get a surprise breakout. It happens often, and I'm consistently feeling flustered during them, not sure how to manage a trade. So here I exited, and it looks like many people did the same thing. Many traders exited here. That's why we got a second leg down. But then I didn't buy above this bar. I didn't get back in, and even though this I think is a valid re-entry, throughout this I was just feeling like, oh my god, I missed it, and I was just feeling flustered and upset at myself for missing the trade. And I don't think it should feel like that every single time every single time I get this set up, I feel that way. So I need to find a consistent way to manage these trades where we get the surprise breakout and we're probably going to get a second leg up. Now, obviously the outcome today was good, but I just didn't feel right in here. I felt like I wasn't managing it properly or the way that I want to manage it.